Hey, how's it going? This is Rock coming at you with a video review of your NGS match. This looks to be your game versus Clouded Minds on Infernal Shrines. So, as always, we'll go over our win condition, kind of how the game played out, and see overall if there's any big major mistakes or things that we can review. First things first, we'll look at your guys' win condition. You guys have a wall slash pick tank in Gary, so you'll probably be playing either all in or pick. You don't have any like true sustained damage dealers. Like Zagar is pretty pokey, pretty annoying, so be able to likes longer fights in general. KT is obviously a burst mage and wants shorter fights. So yeah, I would say overall, you guys are probably going to be looking into pick all in as your win condition. Um, Obviously, it's also helpful having Deckard. Deckard's a very good all in and pick support. Not having any immediate follow-up CC. Well, no, you've got the KT follow-up CC. So yeah, I can see pick and all in being very beneficial for your team here. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. The enemy team is clearly all in. There's no doubt on their draft. They're actually the one benefit or upside to their draft is they're all in with an emphasis on zone control. And so they may have a better time of controlling the shrine, specifically because of Hogger Mephisto shenanigans. But we'll see how the game goes on. So we'll go ahead and start looking at how you guys are processing here. So we'll keep following around Zed. So they took the bottom camp, you took your camp. Waves are pretty much neutral. Pull up that stat sheet. Look at our XP. So Joe is top. Interesting. So they've been having Hogger kind of do all of the camps on the bottom half and then letting Joe start in the off lane. So we're clearing. We're rotating as 4. It's fine. As long as we're going up to take the top camp. Once we're done clearing this, I think it's fine. We're going to go take the top camp. Okay. I think you maybe have rotated your resources here, unless you're going to support this now. Okay, we are supporting this. Here comes Joe. Throwing away versus CCing. I didn't know if you guys were trying to get a kill there. Like Joe rotated ahead. You have a Dahaka to try and enable some of those camp invades or 4v5s. So for the most part, playing pretty passive early. Okay, the shrine is top. We didn't take our top camp. So the first thing I would say is every map have a plan for how you want to tackle your camps. So I'm not saying you had to grab it when I was calling it. I just assumed you were going to be matching the Hogger, because the Hogger effectively did 1, 2, 3, right? So you kind of knew where Hogger was going. So we needed to stay on top of our rotations. And I don't know if you were looking for a kill or you thought maybe you could find something by getting this one first instead of fighting for the neutral. But whatever's good. With Joe showing top, there's a lot more opportunities for you guys to fight and brawl over this early one, right? Like if we go back just a little bit. I have to go back quite a bit, I guess, sorry. Then we'll speed back up, I promise. Okay. Okay, so camps are about to spawn, right? So as a team, we should have an idea of A, who's clearing waves, B, what camps do we want to take and when, and C, what are they trying to do? Do we have an early game advantage to disrupt them, or are they stronger early and we need to scale, right? So we've got, right off the crack, you guys have mid cleared. Okay, Zagara has come and done theirs. They did bot as soon as it spawned, and they had 4 bot with Joe showing top. So if we would have positioned differently, I don't know if we would have wanted to invade, but like at this point right here, mid is going to be cleared almost instantly by KT. We don't have vision of where Hogger is or Tychus, right? So Zagara really doesn't need to. There's Tychus. So we found Tychus because we Banelane dropped them, right? Or they walk through our stuff. Okay, so now we know where Tychus is. We don't know where Hogger is. We don't know. Anduin just left Vision here, and Joe was last seen top. I don't know if, like, unless you're looking for a kill, you probably don't need 3 here. But it would be nice to have Vision of the bottom camp with your Vision hero, right? Like, if one of these tumors could have been even in this bush or this bush, you'd be able to know if they're coming for this camp, right? So we see Tychus walk into the camp as well as Mephisto's lightning, so we know they're there. Maybe that's why you started this camp, but in general, I probably would have looked to punish the fact that they're don't have their tank, because like I said, we can't really burst Hogger. He should be able to get away, but even if we get the Anduin pull out, right? So, all right, we'll speed back up. Guys, so we don't really do anything here as we're just neutrally clearing back and forth. So then, as I was talking about camps, right? So again, do you need 4 people to clear a wave? The answer is no. You have 2 really good wave clear heroes in both KT and Zagara. So after that mid wave, and they now have 4 or 5 mid, we know that that Hogger's here, right? Like, we know that he's here. So the question becomes, when do we want to take this camp now that we know the shrine is top? Ideally, you want your camp to be pushing, right, while you're on shrine, or pushing the wave so that way they don't have vision of you, because this shrine is actually very deadly. There's no exit top, so there's only, 4 entrances. So if you can get an engage where your wave is pushing up to here, right, like, they don't have vision of you, which means you can come in from, this angle, right, to make an engage or to cut off a flank, versus if the lane is neutral. And especially if your camp is pushing. If your camp is pushing while it's here, then you're going to know, you're going to control the vision of the entry of these 2 lanes of the bush and these ones, because your camp is pushing here and holding the wave here or knocking down the wall. So if we know, I'll change our vision back. So if we see them take this camp, you should have in your mind, hey, we can get ours and cap it after, because worst case, our camp will de-push their camp if it's pushed afterwards. So, but okay, so then you guys had a Joe. You didn't want to fight the Joe. That's fine. Joe's pretty hard to kill anyway. With our current damage structure, we can't really CC her to death to get past the D. But if we can get her D out, then she's definitely killable. Rotating up, catching our stuff. So we let Hogger, again, you guys can choose your strategy for the map, but we let Hogger get to the shrine first and potentially get the bounce setup that he wants. So if we allow them to get to the shrine first for their shrine control, they're going to win the shrine. We have a Deckard. We need to take advantage of the fact that Deckard's potions stay up. So that way Deckard can heal more people more efficiently by getting to the shrine early and getting potions on that shrine. We're ahead rotation-wise from the rest of their team, right? Like, they're coming behind us. So maybe we can punish the Hogger that's overextended up here. But right now, we're heading into this camp with Hogger already have potentially set up his spin. And so we're going to have to push him off, and that's going to be, 10 to 12 minions that they get in their favor because we came late. So, okay, so he didn't set up the spin, they just started it early. Let's back up right there. It looks like we had an attempt at a kill. We're looking at the Joe. Joe pop D. That's a good, oh, okay. We didn't pop Unstoppable for that one. I would have loved an unstop plus throw on Joe or Hogger. Both of them had used their escape tools, so you definitely could have gotten them. Okay, we're throwing in Joe. Tychus is in the back. We're trying to tap off and get healthy. There we go. There's a good one. Good job. Okay, we gotta... That's the one thing you gotta remember about the Mephisto. There is an iframe that you can do to grab Mephisto on his return, but it's really hard. Like, it's absurdly hard. Diablo has the best chance of doing it on accident, but I haven't been very successful at grabbing a Mephisto back. except on Diablo. So we got our kill, which is what we were hoping for. So now we need to be pushing in and either getting another kill or pushing them off. So that way they don't get this objective, right? Looking good. There's a potential tongue. Missed it. That's okay. We're a little split here. Let's zoom out and back up. Okay. All right, we got our kill. Okay, first things first. We're trying to zone them out, keep them out. I see damage here, right? And I see people low. So, does Garrosh have tap? We should tap, right? Does PlantFax have tap? No, 17 seconds. Oh, no, we do. We should tap. So, like, there's little things that, like, if we can... Oh, Zagar does not have tap, but Garrosh does. So Garrosh should be tapping, right? If we can push them off and keep this fight going, because they're halfway done, their death timer, they'll be back, right? So we got to be focusing on which activity we want to do. That's a good tongue. There we go. I don't know if we get any more. Yeah, they're going to win the objective. Good throw. The jump's going to hurt. Yeah, you're dead. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. No, you're dead. So, okay. I think big picture, you guys got the kills and things you needed. You needed to get healthy and figure out if you're going to fight for the shrine or not fight for the shrine. Because you had more or less 2 or 3 people so low that despite that you got the kill, you couldn't re-engage over here to help Illumibri. Illumibri got the tongue, and we got another kill, right? Like I said, I'm like, if we're fighting for the objective and then pushing them off the objective, that's what we want to do. That's like, but like both PlantFax and Garrosh were so low that like we weren't able to stay and fight up here and take the sustained poke damage. So I think, you know, if we could have tapped and came back, we probably would be still at the same score, but healthy enough to stay in the fight longer or get the punishing kills before they get that. And then obviously, the healthier we are, the healthier we can take the jump. I don't know if we win this objective just because of the lead that they had, but we at least have a better chance fighting for it if that's what our team wanted to do, was fight for it. So yeah, all right. So they get the objective. We end up losing to Haka because we couldn't get on the other side before the punch jump happened. Okay. Save the building. Stay healthy. Okay. Overall, not too bad. Like, if you look at our current score, right, like, we're up in hero experience. We're down in minion, right? I said we're down about 600k in minion. They're up on mercs. We only took 1 merc and they've taken 3, and then they just got the structure, right? So overall, not too bad for a first fight, especially since I think our team is better at 10s. They are really strong at 10s with the Mephisto ult, but I think in general, our ability to silence Lornado, get kills once we have 10s should be a little bit more easier, especially if we're trying to punish like the Tychus or the Hogger. So we're now grabbing this camp. They invaded and took ours because Hogger things, right? Hogger's on the bottom camp right now. We're looking to kill the Hogger. Oh, unfortunate. He got his spin off. Hogger's on the top camp. Okay, we got 10s. Taunt, Lornado, Phoenix. That's a good taunt. Oh, goodness. Let's back it up. Okay. We hit 10s. Well, let's put the talents real quick. Okay, we see that he's shaded, so attacking him post-shade, great idea. Okay. We grab him. We taunt. We layer the CCs a little tight there. He gets pulled. Really, that's pretty much all we can do, right? I don't think Zagara was in range of that fight. Oh, Zagara was there. Okay. Okay, so we traded Taunt for Pull. Pyro helped with pushing as well. I guess it's some damage. Or sorry, Phoenix. Okay. Unfortunate. It was a good opportunity, good idea. It's gonna be hard. You might have to take some two-stage fights with them having the Anduin. Oh, it's a good idea. Here we go. Well, the Tychus is gonna hurt, but don't run from your potions. Good job. Oh, the Maw missed. Alright, one more time. That actually looked like another good opportunity. So Tempest Jet can't push buttons. It didn't kill him before the unstop. Yeah, if we land the Maw, I think we're good there. Tiger. Oh, good juke. Yep, find your potion. Good dig. Yes, 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 yes. Stay. Oh, no. Okay, unfortunate. Okay, 8 seconds. So this is our opportunity. We should be pushing for 4 seconds while Dahaka goes. Yes, yes, yes. Knock this down. Dahaka takes his free stuff for 4 more seconds. Oh, good idea. Okay, that's it. No more. We need helping Dahaka now. Because this, you don't want the Hogger. So we let Hogger set up his spin. It's a bad bounce. But that's the #1 thing we can't allow them to do. Like, if they have a Hogger, you have to not let him get his bounce. They just missed all of their stuff. So you guys, as long as you don't... Whoop. Whoop. How did I get on Hogger POV? I'm like, you just stay alive, you guys win this. Right? Like, they're so far behind on the shrine. You just need to be healthy. Zed, you have tap. You should be tapping. I guess it's okay. Like, it's like I'd rather you tap than churn through the potions. Like, it was like we're like you guys only had 5 minions to go. All right. So they have a Joe Unstoppable, and they have Mephisto Shade, and then hypothetically Hogger's already gone. So you have a really good opportunity to follow up off of this Punisher jump, whether it be Die using the Sapphire or Zed getting the stun with a throw. Okay, we're going deep. We have 13s ahead. This is a really good opportunity. Okay, they're backing up because they realize how strong of an opportunity it is. So now that they've backed up this far, question 1, can you die at the wall? Right? If you get layered CC, maybe you can die. But I think Plant should drop a bile, like a... It's on cooldown, so maybe not available yet, but drops a creep, an infested, and then Garrosh is hugging right here to try and make sure that the Punisher gets vision of the jump, to try and maybe spook them or get it early to where they aren't able to dodge the jump or can't use their unstoppable. And then the follow-up needs to be die on the Sapphire, which it looks like the Sapphire's loaded. So if we were closer, right? Like, you're not going to kill him, Joe, but if we're closer, that's a stun, right? Gives us a Q stack, which we're really behind on our Q stacks. Like, gets you a Q stack and potentially forces the D to be blown, which means the next one you get a kill. Like, we're playing really passive for the Punisher, like, doing damage. Like, I'm not sure why we're not positioned up here to follow up on the next jump or to throw and displace and to get some kills. Like we see Hogger, so this is at worst a 4v4. Like, we have an opportunity at the wall here to make something happen. Okay. Alright. I guess we chose as the team we're gonna macro instead. Because we can't gank. We really shouldn't be able to gank a Hogger. Okay. Playing safe. Let's take a real quick at our XP. Right. We got our heroes up. We got our minions up. They're still up on mercs. It's a Hogger thing. Structures were ahead now. So overall, game's back in our control, in our favor. And so we pretty much just need to wait for 16s, and we'll be able to do what we want to do. They're on their camp. We just saw Hogger walk there. Hogger's going mid. Bree's getting some pressure top. This is a great opportunity right now. If you can call this, you see Dahaka's running top. You see Tychus is running bot. This needs to be dig bot, force the fight. Get that 5v4. Punish the fact that they only have a Joe. Like, this bot fight right now. They're already there. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig. Oh, no. Dig, dig. Oh, guys. Like, we're positioning so scared. Okay. What's the... Tychus is showing in lane. Like, we should be face-checking this bush. I know you never want to face-check. Face-check this bush. The two things that scare you the most are Tychus and Hogger. Right? And neither one of them are at that bush or at that point. If you get Blessed shielded right in the face, you say, thank you, Dahaka dig in, we're forcing this fight, Joe, you're not allowed to leave, we get a kill, we get a camp, we push with it. But we let them get the camp, and now Hogger's here, and so now we have no opportunity to do anything. So we just back up. We shouldn't be looking for anything here now. Dahaka's in danger. That is very risky. I would not do that. Okay, Dahaka backed off. So I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Like, we need to be able to exploit and use our global. They're ahead on the camps again, but that's okay. We can do the camp, and our camp will clear their camp, assuming that nothing else comes. So that's fine. They last showed 4 mid. We need to watch our rotations. Joe showing there. We haven't checked the bush above us. We didn't check the bush middle. They're showing bot, though. We're okay now. 16. We have 16s first. If we can do something, that'd be great. We don't have, like, the hugest power spike in the world, but it'd be great to be able to do something. Yeah, I like that we're putting pressure. Oh. Okay, there's the Blessed Shield. Good unstop. I think you guys get out. Oh, so close to a potion there. Yeah, like I said, the two scariest things on their team, Hogger and Tychus. Then we kept dueling and fighting. Okay, let's back up. Okay, so first question. We're pushing for 16s. All right, we're pushing up. Okay. I don't know if Bree had a chance to communicate that Hogger wasn't there, but this is a good flank from them, right? 5v4, good flank. The unstop here is good. Gets you out of the Mephisto ult and the Anduin follow-up route. Throwing away Hogger's good. Stops the damage. You still have a W. Okay. You used your W. I don't think I saw you Q once that entire time. So something you might want to work on, Zed. You 100% don't die here if you throw a Q on your E toss that you just did. So right here, Q that. Every time you throw, well, I'll say every time, but then of course there'll be examples where you shouldn't. But every time you throw, think Q, whether it be forward like comboing like Q then E or E then Q. But once you're past like 13, usually Garrosh isn't finding people rotating by themselves that can be tossed into the team for a kill. You're usually throwing things away and displacing things. And so if you would have queued right here, you would have gotten... Where's the shields? If Grandpicker stuns a hero, it gains 656 shields for 6 seconds. You would have gotten an effective health pool of another 700 health to chew through just from your Q there. And I think the talent actually might stack. Oh, you didn't take shields. Oh, here it is. Okay, you did. I was confused. I was like, what? I saw the picture. Okay. Q here, you live. Then, with you living, the rest of the team's able to get out safe without trying to peel for you and then over chasing and dying. Right? Raven's trying to make a play. PlantFax is trying to follow up on the damage that's there. Plant's going to die to the long-range Tychus. Oh! Oh, Bree! Oh! All right! Hey, at least got one. So. Okay. And then all of that, of course, right before the shrine. We've got potions set up for the shrine. We're missing our 2. They're missing 1. They got people at home. And then Hogger's getting the free setup on the thing again. So Hogger's got the infinite bounce set up. Oh, no, he doesn't. Hogger messed up. All right. That looks good. Looks good. Punish the Hogger if we can. I don't think we're going to get it this time. Oh, okay. Back it up. Okay. So before this fight starts, we're walking in. We're down 19s versus 20s, right? Okay. So there should be a call right here before we engage, right? KT's on the way. Are we looking for the fight? Are we looking for a pick? Are we trying to zone them off? Right? Without our damage here, we shouldn't be fighting too deep, right? Bree's trying to create space. Okay, we get in. The triangle lands. This is a beautiful triangle. Unstop from Joe is popped, right? Joe sees that she's in danger. She's popping unstop. Mephisto sees you guys clumping, is trying to punish the clump. You unstop out of the clump, so you guys are safe. Okay? At this point, there should be a question. Am I chasing further? Or did we zone them out and we're looking for the shrine? You might be walking this way just so that way you don't get caught in the Mephisto garbage, which is fine. Right? But at this point, there should be a target focus and a call. Right? The best person that can DPS Hogger is PlantFax. Right? You drop your Hydralisk on him, and you just keep auto-attacking. You stand in the center here, and auto-attack, auto-attack, auto-attack. Do your best to keep auto-attacking. Everybody else should be killing the other crap. Right? Like, if Hogger gets it, because he's 1v5, great. He dies, and then you clear it for free. If Hogger is doing constant damage to the team, and then they're allowed to re-engage on top of you, it's going to be bad. So, there's a reason why, like, Tychus is considered a counter to Hogger, because when Hogger's spinning, he's just taking, like, his entire health pool and damage. As much as PlantFax can do damage to the Hogger, it's not going to put enough pressure. So you really should be looking to step up here and keep others from supporting the Hogger while PlantFax chews on them. Right? So there's Joe there. So they are able to step up further than they really should have. Again, a throw, like, yeah. And then you just happen to get killed by the residual damage, and that's their objective. So it was already probably their objective regardless, which is why I was asking, what is your intent as you're stepping up? Like, this objective isn't game losing, right? You have all of your buildings up. This is the first of, like, 3 objectives they have to win. Like, imagine, instead of doing that objective, if you, like, or have enough hindsight or ability to call it, to say, Dahaka, go push with this. right? The Haka could have went and pushed bot the entire time instead of playing in the objective space if we weren't actually planning on fighting for the objective based on the timing and cooldowns. So, okay, they blew all their buttons. They get nothing. We defended the comp. Keep, good job. All right. We got stuff pushing bottoms, looking great. That is a little early. Like, I understand we're trying to push them off, but just be careful using it too early. Good job. Like, we're still ahead this game, right? Like, they're a little bit ahead on structure on the mid, but we're still ahead. Okay, we're forcing a fight here. I guess question is, do we want to? Like, we're pretty much even. We're not desperate. Like, if we can find an uneven fight, great. But, like, this camp isn't worth a ton. So we're walking into them. We're tanking all the damage. Okay, we secured... Oh, we gave up our keep for it, too. Yeah. Chokes really favor Mephisto. Dang. Honestly, you guys have been doing really good. I don't think you need to force this. Like, where did your... Okay. We got mid because they showed bot. Great. Okay. The Haka... So we're saying invade their camp. They haven't started it yet. They just showed. But we gave up mid for it. Like, I don't think anyone knew that mid was going to fall, but we gave up mid for an attempt at an invade when we're neutral. Right? Like, if their people are showing, right? Like, there's 2 people bot or something to where we can force a numbered fight up. Like, I have no problem with that. But, like, it feels like we're taking an additional risk being over here on this side of the map when we have lots to do. We have our own camp. We have this camp. We have homework to do. We have, you know, some homework soon to do. This feels like a desperate attempt. Like, we're down, you know, everything on the map, and we got to take a team fight now or we're gonna lose. Like, this just feels desperate. And then unfortunately, even with all of the best button presses in the world, this is Mephisto things, right? Like, look how many times Mephisto gets to reset. So Mephisto comes in, there's 1, hits 3, blinks again, hits 3, blinks again. Oh, he didn't get the last one. But yeah, he pretty much just chunked the crap out of everybody for free with his Q build and resets, right? Like, we just fought in a choke that we didn't need to take. And that's probably game, because we just lost mid. So they can probably siege up and try and end the game. Tychus is going to be a little slow. They don't have their thing for it. But they might be able to end. 30 seconds. Yeah, they probably can end. Yeah, they have the Mimic level 20. They can end. GG's. That's really sad. Like, I honestly feel like you guys were in pretty good tempo, pretty good control. Like I said, you lost 2 middle, right, off of a flank. So it's like, and after that mid loss, we tried to force this fight down 2 players, down 20 minions. Like, this isn't do or die, right? And so that resulted in a death, which resulted in this building. Like, this building was gone no matter what if we give this. So the question is, can we get more in exchange? And with you having the global, right, like, even putting Dahaka down here and putting pressure on this building maybe pulls someone off, right? Because Hog's doing the infinite spin thing. So Hog's going to be by himself stuck here to where maybe you do get the Hog kill and Dahaka brings 2 down here. Or at worst, Dahaka gets the building and then you guys just trade it up, right? Like, you saved the building here. So it's just sad. I think you guys, like, are starting to get behind after being ahead and you start forcing a lot of fights that you didn't need to force. And so, like, this objective here doesn't feel like it needs to be forced, especially with you having 2 dead and them getting to start it. I think as a shot caller, I probably would have said, "That's gone. Let's get value elsewhere on the map." And then obviously they get this, we defend this, and then we just reset, get 20s, find the next fight. Um, like we were able to get a good invade here. We called them and saw it because they had to answer bot. So like when we took that and we pushed with it, great. Again, at that game state, we're neutral, we're ahead. Let's not force any fights. We've got homework to do in this lane, homework to do here, homework to do here. Like we got stuff that we can do that's safe. Forcing a fight here is dangerous and feels like a all-in play when you've got no other choices. So that's unfortunate, but overall, I think you guys actually did pretty good on this one. Quickly looking at talents, I definitely like Q build here for Garrosh. Um, mana pots are okay. The one thing that's weird about mana pots is the mana doesn't scale, but I think I would have. Um, they're pretty melee-ish. Maybe shielded pots is okay. Yeah, I think shielded pots maybe helps people not get bursted by the Tychus. Q Mastery's fine, especially if you don't like two gems. Tornado's fine, good interruptions. Super Healing's fine. Bonk can be really good, especially since that Hogger was trying to flank deep. Mana Addict. This is range. This is bigger bomb. CDR. CR. I don't know. I think I would have preferred as Kael'thas to have I think this is fine. Like it's one of all three of these are yeah, I think these two are good. It just depends on what you need. If you need the longer range to follow up because it's not safe, or if you want CDR because you're going to be the main follow up for all of your stuff. I personally don't think this is right here unless you were taking it for the shrine minions. But even then, I don't know if you get enough incidental damage from the shrine minions. Like, I would have rather have had Burn Flesh and gone Q build and punished the melee that they do have and the clumping that they're naturally to do. But I think that's user's preference. I think that's nothing specific. Obviously, cooldown gets you more Qs, right? More Qs, more E's, and then obviously this is single target damage to try and burst somebody. So that's better. Like I said, obviously, if this is your sieging talent and also zone control talent can really help with the shrines, especially if you're poking from range, and then at 20, if you end up getting flamethrower, it's ridiculous. So I don't think it's terrible. Just I think I would have done different. Dahaka things, speed, heroes. What? I. You're not into like a Samuro. You're not into Vikings. They're not that many melee. I think I would have been Lurker here. The knockback and being able to dodge out of damage with the stealth. I don't know. Maybe someone else can tell me. Yeah, the Gambit's still good. ISO's good. I I saw one ISO that landed really well. The other ones it was hard to see because everybody was dying. Um, AA, sure. Yeah. I guess this is okay. I would have. Yeah, if you're going AAA, this makes sense. So you're going AA dueling. That's why you took the hero. That's why you took. Okay, I see. So they all line up. Um, I think I would have probably gone Q range here or tunneling claws, as well as taking the lurker strain here. So I said I'm like just being able to make plays with the lurker strain can be huge, and being able to have those longer tongues make the difference. Or if you're worried about dying to Tychus or Hogger things, like Tunneling Claws with the Lurker strain makes it to where you pretty reliable get out of jail free card too. And then Zagara things, yeah, fine. So, all right, not too bad, guys. Don't beat yourself up too much on this one. I think you got it. This is Rock. Have a good one. Catch you next time.